Alright, peace and light. Peace and light and prosperity. And this is Amani coming to you guys for my second stream of the night. I feel so strong. I feel so strong. I got a lot of good information to share with you guys about this new moon. This is the new moon in Aries. And I entitled this live stream, How Bad Do You Want It? Because really, this energy is all about how bad do you want it? And I'm going to explain all of that. First, I'm going to give you guys just a little bit of information about what's going on right now in the cosmos right now. As you probably already know, if you know a little bit about astrology, right now Venus is retrograde. So right now Venus is retrograde. It's going to be retrograde until April the 15th. Really, you probably still feel the effects of Venus retrograde until mid-May. So, yeah, Venus retrograde is going on. And actually Mercury is beginning to slow down because it's going to be going retrograde April the 9th. So, yeah, Mercury retrograde is coming up right around the corner. So right now, let's talk about this new moon. Tonight is the new moon in Aries. Do y'all feel all that energy from the new moon in Aries, bruh? New ventures. I've been seeing a lot of people who've been doing like a lot of new projects, like a new wave of fresh energy is coming over people. New creativity, new ideas coming through with this Aries energy. Aries energy brings about, this is the sign, Aries is the sign, first of all, it is the first sign in the Zodiac, so this is all about rebirth. This is being reborn. This is being basically transformed. You could say the beginning. In astrology, this would be the number one. Not in astrology, but in numerology, this would be the number one. So in numerology, this would represent one, which would represent the beginning, the birth, the start, like a starting point. So if we're thinking about being reborn, I'm seeing a lot of people who are reinventing themselves and recreating different things, maybe starting from scratch. So for all my people who are wondering about, so what do I need to do during this time? You need to be thinking about ways, because we are dealing with the Aries energy right now with the new moon. You need to be thinking about ways that you can rebirth something. Maybe it was an idea that you had. Maybe you're birthing relationships. Maybe you're birthing, networking opportunities. Maybe you're looking at a new job. Maybe you're looking at relocation. Whatever it is, it's something, this is a time for you really to be considering throughout the next cycle, the next moon cycle, how you can bring about just that, really usher in and tap into this energy that's already available to you, and that's this Aries energy of passion and rebirth. It's a very forceful, very strong energy as well, because Aries is ruled by the planet Mars, and Mars is the bringer of war. Literally, this is the war planet. This is the planet that is a very dynamic, very powerful planet. So it's ruled by Mars. So to give you an idea of how strong this energy is, that's how strong it is. And now some of the negative aspects of Aries, this is something that you really need to be aware of during this time. So in you birthing these new projects, in you birthing these new relationships, in you birthing in this new creative energy and all these new concepts with all this power and this passion that you have, because you're feeling this Aries energy right now. Perfect song playing in the background. Feeling myself. You feeling yourself right now. You feeling it. You feeling the Aries energy. You're feeling that. I've been seeing a lot of people feeling it. I've been feeling it too. But just to give you guys action. Yeah, that's one adjective I would like to use to describe the Aries energy. This is the time for action. This is the energy of action. It's not time to talk about it. This ain't the time to sit back and think and consult and wonder, should I plan this? Should I do? No, this is the action time. This is the time to actually be actualizing things. So if it's something that you want to birth into fruition, this is the time to be doing. Not saying that you, of course, you want to think out your actions, but this is the time for you to be thinking about actions that you can do. So utilize this new moon tonight to sit down, take if you have a little composition book or a notebook or something you can write in, and really just jot down actions, an action plan. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. This is the deadline I'm going to give myself to get said thing done. Okay, so you want to use it. These are positive aspects of Aries. So this is the time to do that, and this is the energy to do it to where it will be a positive outcome for you in the end. However, let me give you some things that you need to also kind of be aware of during this time, because every sign has positive and negative, yin and yang. You're gonna have both of them, and that's the beauty of life. So let's give you some things that you need to be aware of during this time too. So beware and apply caution to combat impulsiveness, okay, immature thoughts, actions, and communications. Because remember, Mercury is slowing down. This is the planet of communication. When we say Mercury retrograde, this is something that affects communication. Mercury is the planet in astrology that represents communication as verbal and nonverbal. So this can affect your technology. This can affect your ability not only to verbally, especially to verbally communicate with other people, but this can also affect technology. This can affect modes of transportation as well, because that involves technology, that involves machines. So Mercury is beginning to slow down, and it's going to go completely retrograde, which means moving in the opposite direction. It's going to start that on April 9th. So beware, Aries energy. While we're using this Aries energy, which is action packed, bam, boom, I want to do this, I'm going to do this, there's nothing that's going to stop me, and I'm going to do this. That's Aries. It's the baby. It's the immature one. It's the one that how children kind of think about a child. Like when a child wants to do something, if a child can't have their way, what does a child do? Immediately starts having a tantrum and throwing a fit, and it's very, very much ruled by its wants. And that's how Aries is. Aries is ruled by what it wants to do, and when it wants to do something, it's gonna do it regardless of how you feel about it. This is the ram, that's why it's represented by the ram. So beware of that. Okay, so I have apply caution to combat impulsiveness, immature thoughts, actions, and communications, stubbornness to the advice of trusted others. Not saying that you have to listen to everybody, guys. Not saying you got to listen to everybody, but people that you trust, people who have earned your trust throughout the duration of the time that you've known them. Beware of the urge to want to drown that out, because this is Aries in your ear saying that, oh, I don't need that. I know what I'm doing. I don't have to listen to them. I know what I'm doing. I got my own thing going on over here. I don't have to listen to so and so and so. They don't know what they're talking about. Resist it. It's gonna come during this time. Resist it. Another thing, inconsideration. Being inconsiderate of other people and how your decisions affect them. Aries. That is a negative aspect of Aries. So during this new moon in Aries, as you're preparing your thoughts and intentions and writing out your action plan on what you're getting ready to do or what you're getting ready to birth, Be considerate. Be thinking about how your actions are going to directly affect those around you. Intolerance, not being flexible, not being able to identify with other groups of people outside of the people that you tend to hang around. You know what I'm saying? Getting out of the one thought process mode, or group think mode, I guess you could say that. Jealousy. This is another negative attribute of Aries energy, Aryan energy. Jealousy, selfishness, and brashness. Okay, those are the things that I have. So yeah, all of those things that I named, those are things that you need to be, if you're taking notes, really be thinking about, and to take mental notes as well. So if you catch yourself like, dang, like, whoa, okay, yeah, let me check that, you know what I'm saying? Because you can be really excited about and exuberant about your new project, or your new business idea, or your new relationship that you're birthing in. And just like a baby, you're protective of it, right? You're protective of it. You will protect your child. But beware of the urge and the negative aspects of Aryan energy. And those are some of the things that I named. And one of the ways that you can balance that out, and I'll talk about pulling in on 7th house, because we talk about how, if you've watched any of my compatibility videos, then you already know I've kind of schooled y'all on that. How the different houses are complementary opposites, and the complementary opposite of Aries is Libra. So Aries is completely about self. That's what Aries is about. First house is all about self. First house is all about self, and that's where Aries is, first house. Libra is, I believe, 7th house, and that's the house of partnerships. So you need to be pulling in, you know, on that from that partnership energy to balance out Aries, because if you allow Aries to be, you know, you're all in all, and you're not working to balance it out, it can be something that nobody will want to work with you. Nobody will want to collaborate with you. Nobody will want to, you know, come to the round table with you and work on and bring whatever their gift is into your project, into whatever it is that you want to birth. You know what I'm saying? Because many hands make for light work. You know what I'm saying? So it's better when you have a team of people, a team of creative ideas, to be able to come to the table together and make the work lighter as a group. So those are some of the things that you guys need to be aware of as far as with the new moon in Aries. And then okay, so I said the moon is in Aries, and just to let you know, because Mars is actually the ruling planet of Aries, and Mars is in Taurus, which is represented by the 2nd house. So you have the moon in the 1st house, the house of self, and then you have Mars, which is Aries' ruling planet, right next door in the 2nd house, which is the house of possessions, or materials, or values. So just a few points. I have 4 points that I'm going to leave you with, and I hope you're taking notes so you can get this and jot this down and be thinking about this and writing down your action plan for the new moon. So the first thing I have, number one, I have right now, you're probably feeling this new self-presence or power or energy right now. You're probably especially inclined to start new projects during this time. So this is a good time to be doing all of the above. Utilize that energy. Don't just let the energy die out. Don't just feel it and, oh my gosh, it feels so good. I feel so inspired. And then you have nothing to show for it. Then the whole moon cycle passes and you have nothing to show for it, because you just were all about feeling things. And feeling things is not bad. Feeling things is great. It's an awesome thing to be able to feel things. But we are talking about manifesting things. So right now is the time, again, utilizing this Aries energy, this Aryan energy, the energy of action. What am I going to actually do? Things that I'm going to do. I'm writing down things I'm going to do. So what are yours? What are your thoughts on new projects? This is something a question you can ask yourself. Number one, what are your new projects? What are your new ideas? What do you want to birth? If it's a relationship that you're wanting, or if it's whatever you want to manifest, this is a time for you to be thinking about what those things are. And using that Mars and Taurus, which is what I'm going to be going to. Number two is don't neglect the details. So because Mars is actually in Taurus, in the second house, this is a good thing with Mars being in Taurus, because Taurus is a more detail-oriented sign. So you got the action with Aries, and then you have Taurus, which is more into details, into making sure that the eyes are, this is an earth sign. Aries is a fire sign. Taurus is an earth sign. So this is a grounding sign. So this takes me away from just being completely driven by passion, but grounding me, you know what I'm saying? So I can actually be clear enough and have the clarity to actually put A, B, C, D as far as a plan together to show me how to get to whatever that passion is. So number two was don't neglect the details. So number one, what are your plans? What is it that you want to actualize? What is it that you want to, what actions do you want to take to get to whatever desired result that you want to accomplish? What actions are you going to take over the course of the next month? Physical actions, not how you're going to sit there and talk about it or think about it with somebody. What physical actions are you going to take in the next month to get to desired results? Second thing is don't neglect the details. This is that Taurus, Mars being in Taurus. Don't neglect the fine-tuning. And remember, pulling in from that seventh house, which is number three. Let's go to number three. Number three, check this out. Take the seventh house lessons with you as you launch your project / brand / idea / relationship. Seventh house is Libra, which is ruled by Venus, which is retrograde right now. So this is a time for you to really, you're going to really have to put a little bit of work in, as I'm having to do too. This is something that I'm having to do. You're going to have, it may be harder to relate in partnerships right now because of the fact that, first of all, Venus is retrograde. Now, I don't know if y'all remember, I posted this whole thing, a few statuses about seventh house lessons. I hashtagged it, seventh house lessons. And it was talking about partnership. It was talking about working with other people and being able to, you know, kind of look at yourself sometimes. Because sometimes we think that it's other people that, you know, has something out, somebody is out to get me, and my haters and people showing me fake love and this, that, and the third. But really it's not. Really it's a projection of yourself, not really being secure in yourself, and you're projecting it out onto other people who, you know, are either completely neutral to you, or they really got love for you, but they just don't know how to interact with you, because right now that Aries energy, that new moon in Aries energy, you may be feeling more of the negative aspects of it, which is more self-centered. So take the seventh house lessons with you, the house of partnerships. Really pull in from that Libran energy. Really pull in. It's going to be difficult because of the fact that Venus is retrograde, and Venus rules, guess what? Libra. And Venus is also a ruler of the, guess what, 7th house. And it's moving backwards right now. So it may be a little bit difficult to relate to others, particularly at this point in time. But be comforted in knowing that Venus retrograde, it ends on April 15th. That's when Venus will be going direct. So it should be a little bit easier to turn on the charm in your relationships, to find the balance, the middle ground. Libra, you know, balancing the scales. It should be a little bit easier once Venus goes direct. But up until then, just understand, I've given you I've given you the heads up about what's going on as far as in the cosmos right now, which does affect us. So now that you have that knowledge and you're armed with that knowledge, you can be just extra vigilant to make sure you're not embodying these negative aspects of the new moon in Aries. And then the last thing that I have is to take inventory of your value systems right now, guys. That's that Mars and Taurus. That's the lesson that the universe wants us to learn with Mars and Taurus right now. Take inventory of your personal value systems. I have update them if necessary. If your value system is outdated, update it ASAP. Update it ASAP. Because that's the only way you're going to get to desired result that we're writing our action plan for. You're going to have to update your value system. Okay? Because Taurus is all about possessions. It's about possessions and acquiring things and what is valuable to me. What is valuable to me? So right now is the time for you to really be focusing. When we're talking about focusing your intentions, you need to be thinking and focusing on what is valuable. What is valuable to me? Really ask yourself that. What is your value system? And in terms of sacrifices as well. Sacrifices as well. Sometimes you got to lose to win again. Some people, and let me tell you what I mean by that is, for some people, they would rather appear to be well off than actually be well off. Do y'all follow me? You understand what I'm saying? Where is your value? Is your value in the appearance of it, looking like you got it all together, or actually rolling up your sleeves? You know what I'm saying? Roll up your sleeves. Get down in there. Fixing some stuff. Maybe, you know, if you have to go without a certain thing, or budgeting something, or taking something out of your you know, a luxury, taking away a luxury so that you can get to the desired result. Okay. Or would you rather have this facade that you have everything together? I have everything together. Goes back to your value system. If it needs to be updated, you need to do that now. This is a time. You cannot get to whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest by cutting corners. So now is the time to be thinking about sacrifices. That's another thing you can add to your action list. Things that you're getting ready to do during this time with that Mars and Taurus. What is it that you're willing to sacrifice? Am I willing to sacrifice getting, you know, things that I don't necessarily need, things that are not necessities, going to get, you know, my nails done, or going to get, you know, buy new clothes, or this new purse, or this new that, so I could put money to the side, so I can start this business that I want to do, so I can have a seed in the ground, so I can go back and, you know, launch this business, or do that, or do whatever sacrifices that you're willing to make. That goes back to what is valuable to you. Because people are not going to sacrifice if they see more value in making an appearance. But if you don't see if you've gotten to the point, if you like me and you don't care about appearances and who thinks what, or what you got, or what you just trying to get to the next level, that's a good place to be. that's a good place to be, because that's when miracles happen. I'm telling you, that's when miracles happen, when you're real with yourself and you don't care about what anybody else thinks. So now is the time to really be thinking about these things, guys. I'll go through these 4 again before I close out. The first thing I said was you're feeling this new presence of power and energy, which is represented by the Aries energy that we're all feeling, the new birthing, spring equinox, first zodiac sign, the baby, birth. So you're feeling that. And now is the time when you're especially inclined to start new projects. What do you want to do? Write it down. Number 1, actions. Specifically, actions. Not thoughts, not questions. No, actions of what you're going to do. Number 2, don't neglect the details. Taurus. Pull in from that Taurus energy. Don't neglect the details. Number 3, take the 7th house lessons with you as you launch your new project / brand / idea / relationship. Take the 7th house lessons of being a team player. Being a team player, taking into consideration the needs of the team, especially during a time when communication is about to be prone to break down between human beings, because of the fact that Mercury is going retrograde very soon. Take the time, please take the effort of really pulling in from the 7th house, which is the house of partnerships, and learning how to be considerate of others, and learning how to be more balanced and seeking harmony in your relationships with other people. Because if first impressions are everything, and you want people to want to work with you. And then number 4 was to take inventory of your value systems. Some of y'all got outdated value systems, but you got new age dreams, but your value system is outmoded and it's outdated, but you got these new age dreams. You have got to update and upgrade your value system to match. And if it means that you may not be able to keep up with the Joneses for a little while you plant your seed in the ground, and begin to really just focus and do the dirty work, pulling your sleeves up and really grinding it out during this time, then so be it. So be it. Sometimes you got to lose to win again. Never forget that. Don't be afraid to make the sacrifices. Don't fear sacrifice. Calculated sacrifice. Okay, so those were some of the things I wanted to share with you guys regarding this new moon in Aries that we are tonight on the cusp of. And I will give you just a pointer. Tonight is all about setting your intentions. So when the new moon is here, you set your intentions, which means you write out your action plan, which means you focus your thoughts and you understand the energy that is around you and you utilize it. And you begin to act on it once we actually have a little bit of moonlight. So once we have you're welcome. So once we begin to see just a little bit of actual moonlight in itself, that's a go. That's your green light. Go ahead and get started. Go ahead and get active on your using your action plan. All right, so I'm really excited. To tune back in on when the full moon comes around. I would love for you guys to kind of tune in and let me know, what you've been able to manifest just in that short period of time, and we'll just go from there. And I hope you guys have a great night, and go get to work. Go get on it.